What's up, YouTube? We have the famous David Hernandez here, back-to-back first place locals with what deck?
Floowandereeze.
Yeah, he got this cool mat. He got what? You got two of these mats, right?
Two, yeah. Nice.
And what'd you pull? What'd you pull?
Sneak peek.
I hate this guy.
The BLS, baby.
Yeah. So you play Floowandereeze, so go ahead and explain what you played, and you can explain the cards because this deck just came out.
Yeah, honestly. All right, I'll just show the ratio and then I'll explain them. So 1 toucan, 2 stretch, 3 robina, and Tier 3 eaglin. This is probably the standard ratios.
Where's that Starlight?
There's no Starlight in this one. Yeah.
You don't play the Starlight one?
No, I'm poor. They all give you additional normal summons, and they all get banished when they leave the field face up. Eaglin searches your level 7 or higher, so your Monarch, and then your other big Floowandereeze. This searches level 4 or lower. This banishes a card from either graveyard, and this adds a Floowandereeze card from banished to your hand. And they all are one effect and give you an additional normal of a Wing Beast. And then also when you normal a Wing Beast, if they're in the banish, they can add themselves to the hand. So let's say you chain block around a lot of things.
So you never want to add both of them off a true beat, right?
You can add them if you just want more cards in your hand. But for the most part, you want to leave one. That way, when you, because there's cards that let you normal on your opponent's turn. So when you normal on your opponent's turn, you want to be able to chain block. So they can't ash you or anything like that. Have it upside down. For the big guys, we play 1 Ryza, 1 Snow, and 2 Empin. 2 Empin and Ryza are pretty standard. Not a lot of people are playing this. So let's play, Mega Ryza is just bounce 3 cards basically. Snow, a lot of people don't play this. I like it a lot because it has a quick effect on your opponent's turn, conductor effect. It Book of Moons. It sets all special summon monsters. It's 29 attack, so it gets over a lot of things. And then Empin is your searcher for the spell and trap, which the trap is the best card in the deck. It lets you play on your opponent's turn. And then it's also a kind of a floodgate for mostly link monsters. It's like a Baguska. Monsters special summon and attack position can't activate their effects.
Can they still attack?
They can still attack, but if they attack this, he also has an effect to banish a card from your hand and then cut the monster he's battling in half. So pretty much nothing gets over this.
He is what, 27?
He's 20. Yeah, he's 27. And then so the reason most people don't play Snow because he doesn't do anything when you normal him. He gives you additional normals, but your whole deck does that. The only reason I play this is we also play the barrier statue in the deck. So the wind barrier statue. So a lot of times people will normal summon a monster, and just to get over the barrier statue, they'll go to battle phase and attack over it. The trap card says when you tribute summon a big wing beast, when you tribute summon a wing beast, you can banish it from the graveyard to set all monsters your opponent controls. So a lot of the times I don't want to normal a Ryza or normal an Empin really, because I don't want 2 of the same card. So I'll normal this on my opponent's turn just to get the Book of Moon effect of the trap card so they can't beat over my barrier statue. And then Snow also has the effect to Book of Moon every special summon monster. So so we play 1 barrier statue.
And you're really special summon in this deck, right?
You don't special summon at all. All of their effects, if you use any of the Floowandereeze effects, the adding from banished or the normal summoning again, adding from deck, any of their effects, I'll say you can't special summon the turn. Not the rest of the turn, not after. It's the entire turn you can't special summon. And then the reason this deck is really good, 3 shifter. A lot of the matchups you'll just win if you win the die roll. And if you don't win the die roll, you open this and you beat everything pretty much. This is only really not good against Sword Soul. So, what? Oh, and the mirror, but no one's playing the mirror. People think this deck's bad, but it's insane. Auto win against Drytron, auto wins against Tri Brigade. It's pretty good against the trap decks. You just don't do it on their turn. If they go set 5 pass, you just wait till your turn. That way, when they start using their traps, it all gets banished. For Eldritch, it's really good. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, we'll do the 3-0s first, I guess. 3 Book of Moon. Helps play through some interruptions, but the main reason is it lets you play around Valor and Imperm. You just Book of Moon your guy when they go to Valor, because sometimes you can just lose to the Valor. You Book of Moon your own guy and let the search resolve. For pots, we play 3 Duality, 3 Prosperity. We don't play Extrav. because if you use Extrav, then you can't Prosperity. We play both of these because you want to dig as much as possible, and you can use both of them. So you can Duality, grab Prosperity, and then go 6 deeper.
Would you say this deck's pretty consistent?
For the most part, I have probably bricked like once. Most of the time when you brick, it's like you drew like one card and they had like a Valor or something. You didn't have a way to stop it. But I haven't very bricked. Like when you play 6 pots, you're always going for 6 on this. Your extra deck doesn't matter. It's very hard to brick. And then there's like other consistent cards we play. Floowandereeze spells. 2 what is this called? Unexplored Winds, and then 3 map. 3 map. This is like the best card in the deck. It lets you play through Ash because you chain block all your Floowandereeze, and then on your opponent's turn, if they normal, you get an additional normal on their turn. So like you go this, reveal a guy, it banishes another Floowandereeze card, and then you can normal summon a Floowandereeze in your hand. So it gives you an additional normal on your turn too. And then this has this card's like actually insane. It has a Monarch Stormforth effect, but for any card. So if you tribute summon anything that requires 2 tributes, you can send any card your opponent controls to the grave for one of the tributes. So you can send their back row. It's like not cost. It's not an effect or anything.
Okay.
It gets around pretty much everything. It's like you go to tribute summon, send their back row, and they can't do anything about it. They have to like stop this card. And then it has a secondary effect. It's like Cosmo Town.
Okay.
You reveal Winged Beast, shuffle them in your deck, and then draw that many. It's only up to 2 though.
That sucks.
1 of spells, 1 terraforming for the field spell, 1 call by the grave, 1 gold sark. This is like almost like another copy of the field spell. It helps you chain block, and then 1 die-fi. This is another call by the grave. You can't ogre, you can't droll, and you can't Valor underneath die-fi. So it's really broken for that. Ghost Mourner is dead against this deck because we don't special at all. So it stops most. You also can't orange light under this either. And then there's a 1 of cross out.
That's mine.
The cross out, I might play more, but for the most part, this is just to stop an imperm because I play the imperm. And then it also is like a cool play you can do. If it's like against something you're not gonna like use a cross out for, you can like set this and then give yourself follow up on the next turn. You just banish one of your Floowandereeze.
That's cool.
And then on your turn, you can add it back to your hand. Or if you need a Floowandereeze in hand, you banish it with this, and then Toucan can add it to your hand. You can search any of the spell traps with this. And then all the traps. 1 of trap. This card does everything. It lets you normal summon a level 4 lower Wing Beast on your opponent's turn. Which is like lets you steamroll on your opponent's turn. And then in the grave, it has that effect I was talking about, that when you tribute summon a 7 or higher, it banishes itself from the grave to Book of Moon everything. And then 3 Emperor, only other hand trap.
Crazy.
Mostly for cross out, but it's also like this deck struggles against border, so this isn't out to border, and it's just obvious. Imperm's good.
So before we get kicked out, you want to share your side deck, or does it matter?
Yeah, I guess let's show that side deck
Really quick.
3 draw is really good. Dark Ruler, you need it to break boards. You just like Dark Ruler them and rise their board away. For back row decks, 3 evenly. 2 Rivalry because the whole deck is Wing Beast. Going first, you just put it into the good matchups. And then an Apex Avion for going first so you don't get even lead. Dark Samora is probably the best card in the side deck. Against other back row decks, you just like make this turn 1. Or you just make it on your opponent's turn with a trap card, and then they can't do anything. Subterror can't set their Guru, they can't send any of your stuff. They set no trap cards, so they just lose the game. And then a macro, you just put it in going first against pretty much any deck.
I think this guy has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And then the extra deck is just 15 cards. You could play like, I didn't have them, I didn't feel like putting it together, but you would just play like the stuff that's good with Maximus, like Natis and stuff like that. But other than that, the extra deck doesn't matter.
Any final thoughts on the deck?
This deck's insane. And that's the only final thought. This deck's crazy.